the message under the pillow. Every morning for the past 3 weeks, when I wake up, there has been a small piece of paper folded up under my pillow with a message on it. It's always written in the same handwriting, but it's not my handwriting, nor is it anyone else's in my house. The messages are short and sweet. For example, drink more water today, or don't forget to smile at a stranger. And yesterday, it was, "You're beautiful." What's really weird about this is that I don't have any siblings, and my parents would never do something like this. So who's writing these messages, and why? I'm 17 years old, and I live in a 2-bedroom house with my mom and dad. My dad works away during the week and comes home on the weekends. So he sleeps downstairs, and my mom and I sleep upstairs. My bedroom is quite small, with very little furniture. There's my bed, a desk, a chair, a lamp, a bookshelf, and a closet. The only door in the room is the one leading outside onto a small balcony. Other than that, no windows or anything else. It all started 3 weeks ago. I woke up one morning and saw the first note. I thought it was pretty funny and told my mom about it. She laughed and said she'd bet it was your brother trying to be funny. I told her I didn't have a brother, and she stopped laughing. Then she looked at the note and asked, "Oh, well, maybe it's your father. He likes to play jokes sometimes." I told her that he wouldn't, because he was working away at the time, and even if he wasn't, he's just not that kind of person. She dropped it then and went back to sleep. The next morning, I woke up again, and there was another note. This time, it said, "Don't forget to smile at a stranger." I told my mom again, and she said, "Well, who do you know that could be doing this?" I told her, no one. No one would ever come into my room while I was sleeping without me knowing. We've lived in this house for 10 years, and I've never had a problem. Also, we've never had any strange men or women enter our home uninvited. The door to my room is always locked, so no one can get in unless they have a key. The only way someone could have gotten in would be through the window, but it's far too small for an adult to fit through, and it's on the 2nd floor. My mom suggested that I should check the window for fingerprints, which I did, but there were none. After that, she said, maybe I should tell my dad when he gets back from work. But I told her not to bother because he'd just laugh and say it was my brother again. So I went back to sleep. When my dad got home that weekend, I told him about the notes. He found them hilarious and spent 20 minutes trying to guess who it could possibly be. He agreed that it was strange, but still found it very funny. He said he'd ask my mom about it, but I told him not to bother. She would just laugh and think it was some kind of joke. The following Sunday, I woke up and there was another note. It said, "You're beautiful." That's when I decided to write a response. I wrote, Who is this? Stop leaving notes under my pillow. I placed it under the pillowcase where the notes had been going and went to sleep. The next morning, I woke up and there was a new note. It said, "I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you." Now I'm starting to get creeped out. Like, how does this person know that I was upset? Are they watching me? And if so, how? Is this some kind of sick game to them? That night, I decided to set up a camera in my room to catch whoever was sneaking in. I did want to use my phone because I was worried they might have hacked the camera on that. So instead, I used my laptop and set it up on the desk facing the bed. I left the lights off and only turned on the screen so it would be obvious that there was a camera in the room. I went to sleep while it was recording. In the morning, I woke up to find another note that said, "I'm sorry, I hurt your feelings." Below that, it was as if someone had scribbled out the word feelings and written "not true" next to it. I felt sick to my stomach after reading this. Was this person messing with me? Did they know that I had a camera in the room? I immediately checked the laptop, and sure enough, the camera feed had been cut. Someone had unplugged it. I told my parents what had happened, and they told me to call the police. They said it was probably some crazy stalker or something. So I did. When the police arrived, I told them everything that had happened. They watched the footage from the camera on my laptop and asked lots of questions. I showed them the notes, and they took those as evidence. They asked if I knew of anyone who could have done this, but I said no. They searched the house anyway, just in case, but they didn't find anything. They also dusted for fingerprints, but I think it was too late because they couldn't find anything. They took the laptop and the notes and said they'd look into it. But other than filing a report, I haven't heard anything since. And every morning for the past week, I've woken up to a note under my pillow. Today's note says, "Let me in," which is really freaking me out. Should I let whoever is doing this in my room? I'm seriously scared, but if they keep asking, I'll eventually cave and let them in. I really hope it's not some serial killer or something. I'll update if anything happens. If you like this story, please leave a comment below and let me know. Also like and subscribe for more. See you soon. Bye.